and the rest of the world. We're here, Ottawa, Canada. It's Parliament Hill on Wellington.
Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to clear that.
So glad to have you here. Just did a long walk from Coventry Stadium. I watched it. Somebody sent me a TikTok this morning saying there was supposed to be a walk-a-voy from the Coventry location to Parliament, but for 11:30. But when we got there, they said people had left already at 10:30. So we started walking. We came across this fine gentleman here, Rick, who we've had great conversation. It was quite a few kilometers to walk there to here. He's got this sign that we just put up. I just helped him. Justin Trudeau, you will never be man enough to fill these socks. Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Ontario, Quebec, Newfoundland, Labrador, Prince Edward Island, Yukon, Northwest Territories, Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia, Nunavut. Hang your socks online to protest. So I think the idea here is we got some paracord and we're going to hang it across the length of the gate here. And then people can bring their fancy socks. There's going to be clothespins provided. And you can hang your fancy socks for Justin to see. It's fun, eh? So yeah, Rick, he's 70 years old, retired. We walked from Coventry together. It's just him and I. It was a really good companion. Good conversation. We'll talk to him in a sec here. He's focused on getting his sock line up. He's from the Charlotte Lake area, which is about an hour away, hour and change away from Ottawa, down the Highway 7. Tons of people. Everyone's here. Super cold today. It was kind of mild to begin with, and then it's going to steadily drop into like the minus 20s apparently. So it's going to be a cold one. Bring your woolies. We had a bit of a snow squall earlier and some pretty heavy winds. I was worried it was going to make recording the wind noise a bit annoying, but we managed. It's kind of quieted down here. Let's kind of recenter this thing. Come on, you. There we go. Sorry about that. I got mitts on trying to recenter the gimbal.
Be proud of it.
Hello. Lots of people today. That's the War Memorial. Lots of people showing up. Looks like I see a lot of fatigues, so I guess a lot of veterans and service members. We're just standing on Wellington Street. Just gonna hang out with Rick here for a minute. Oh, he's got lots of socks. He's got way more socks than I thought. I thought he just had one. He's stringing up a bunch of them. Yeah, come down, guys. Lots of fun. Lots of families. Lots of flags. Yeah, it's a state of emergency. Yeah.
Miss the fact that the truth's right there and it's available and it's free. God didn't make salvation and having a relationship.
So many people. It's amazing.
Only intellectual and certain people, like my brother was saying, different shapes and sizes, like it's a free gift for everybody, and Jesus just wants you to know him. He just wants you to have a
Hopefully everything's going well on the Ambassador Bridge. Peaceful. Hold the line.
It's actually just instructions on how the creator of this universe created us to live our lives. And it's in our best interest. And I'm telling you, when you just make that step and you actually just live, we all have...
I could kind of feel the gimbal creaking a bit in the cold. Going, why are you doing this to me? We'll see how long. We'll see how long the batteries and the gadgets last.
Nothing else that he wants more than you. He created us to have a relationship with him. He didn't create us for anything else but to know him. Because God is love. And we're all searching for
What a beautiful day. It's approximately 12:30 p.m. Ottawa time. Your little kid blowing bubbles. Yeah. Lots of bright faces today.
Found this in the world, like freedom is actually something that God wants to.
Freedom.
Freedom. Goose call.
Anxiety, from hopelessness, from mental illness, all of these things, and he did it in my life.
So many people.
I was throwing my life away. I was living a life of crime, a life of killing. Just day to day, searching for the next thing that I was gonna find fulfillment and distract myself. I actually got to the point where I wasn't even living.
Montreal Canadiens fans there.
Distract myself from the things I was wearing every single day. And I got to the point where I thought my life was beyond messed up and that I could never recover. And I reached out to a buddy of mine and said, hey man, like, you've opened yourself up to evil.
Yeah, for those who are wondering, the Ambassador Bridge is in Windsor, and it's probably about a good 10-12 hour drive from Ottawa, I guess.
I don't feel like I can live for you. I don't feel like I can live this life for you. But if you're real and you feel me, I'll give you everything that I've got. When Jesus came down, it sounds crazy, but demons actually left my body. Like you see how in these movies of exorcism.
We're just waiting on my friend Rick here. He's really intent on getting the sock string up with Justin's fancy socks, and then we'll have a word with him and hear his thoughts and feelings.
Can actually prevent you from bless you. Yeah, no, I did go to.
Thank you, Rob.
And it was actually it's an overnight thing. I'm not saying that it has to be an overnight thing, but I just had an encounter with God's love, and it just changed me and established in years. My brain was healed, my soul was healed. I was no longer depressed and what you can go and I was just for one time
It's only 2 to 3 years before I can go back to normal.
a prisoner in my own mind. Like I couldn't even, my own thoughts weren't my own decisions weren't my own at this point, and God actually
Alright, so Rick's stringing up his socks here.
when I gave the right to my life back to Jesus, I was then free and able to live the way that we were intended. And yeah, I'm just telling you guys,
So it looks like each fancy sock has the provincial name on it.
come up. We have so many people that would love to pray for you and love to just see you encounter Jesus. Bless you too, bro. Love you, man. He does heal any
Spread them
physical
out.
pain you have in your body.
And he's gonna leave clothespins, so bring your fancy socks and put them up on the line.
It says that in the Bible, in order to get to the kingdom of heaven, you need to be born again. And to be born again, it's actually you repent and you be baptized. And when you get baptized, it says that your old self actually dies. When you go under that water, all the things that you've done in your past, all the mistakes, all the sin that you've done actually dies. It's united with Christ in his death on the cross. And when you raise up, you're actually born again and made a new creation. You're made whole. It says the old is gone, the new has come. And Jesus can do that for you today, right now on the street.
The people are starting to admire his handiwork.
And I'm coming to tell you that it's a real message. It's not just some fairy tale you hear, like, oh, Jesus loves you. It's a powerful thing. It's the most important message that you can hear in this whole life that you live. Holy Spirit, I just ask that you fall on these people on these streets right now. God, may you...
What? We got trolls already? Send them my love.
May you just draw people home to your family. Father, may you just reveal yourself in a way, reveal your love for them right now.
So we have our provincial socks here,
I'm sure a lot
and territorial socks. We got Northwest Territories, Saskatchewan, Quebec, Newfoundland, Labrador, New Brunswick, Manitoba. This one's British Columbia, Alberta, Nova Scotia, Yukon, Nunavut, and Ontario. And so this was created by our friend here. This is Rick from Charlotte Lake. Do you have any thoughts and feelings you'd like to share with our audience?
Bring socks, guys, because our Prime Minister likes socks. So holy or new, whatever you got, the line's there, fill it up, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, kids, everybody, all of you, join in here for Christ's sake, put your socks on.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you. So we'll walk up a bit here with Rick a bit. We'll walk up towards the Parliament Hill. See all the sights and sounds and peeps. Yeah, really glad to have met Rick along the way. It was fun walking quite a few kilometers with him, exchanging stories. All the flags.
Thank you.
You're welcome. High five, high five. So many people. got some shirts for sale. And there's can't forget about Lagon. Lots of gas cans. So many people.
Break away from you. Anyway.
Okay.
Nice meeting you, bud.
Rick,
You
so
take
nice.
care, eh?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Rick. Rick from Sharpen Lake in his string of socks. Go put some fancy socks on it. Lots of hot food being served.
Thank you so much! I love you guys. I love you so much. He's plastic. He's
I got one of those. I got one of those.
14 of 2 weeks of Black River. Today!
Wow. Look at all the flags. Crazy.
vital. And he was gracious enough in 20 minutes later to email me and thank me. And I said, could you come and speak to a group of 50 or 60 of us? And 2 weeks later, we met almost 500 people in a grassy field in Fergus. And now we descend on Capitol Hill. Thank you for being here for such a time as this. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Byram. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. It's really great to see you here. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking to you, actually, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But what I do want to say is I came here 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago, I challenged Dr. Theresa Tam to come up here and discuss the science in front of all of you and tell you why they think it's justified to put this mandate on you. So it was actually formally organized, and I came back, as I promised, Ottawa yesterday to have a scientific discussion. She didn't show up. She showed disrespect to all of you. But what she showed to Canadians, and this is going around the world right now, is that she does not have the science to back her up. I want you to all be assured, we presented yesterday, myself and 2 of my great colleagues. The science is unquestionably on your side. I'm not going to say any more about it. You can see the videos. It was recorded yesterday. But what I do want you to understand is there's a population, a group of people that have kind of fallen between the cracks a little bit. Okay? And these are the students, our students at college and university. All right, so we talk about the kids, and we all love and care for our kids, yes. And we talk about the adults. The university college students, they're our future. They're the people who are going to be replacing our Prime Minister and Theresa Tam and all the others. But right now, their programs and their futures are being destroyed. So I'm going to donate the rest of my time to some students I'm very proud of from the University of Guelph. That's my university. And I know you're cheering for the students, not the university. So I want to introduce to you Cameron, Marika, and Krista, and Sophie. They're all from the University of Guelph, and Cameron is going to be speaking on not only their behalf, but on behalf of a huge number of college and university students in all of Canada. Please listen very carefully to what he has to say. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cameron Donkerskin. I am a university student, and I'll tell you a bit about my personal story soon. But first, I have to make a quick observation. I arrived in Ottawa last night, and I was listening for the horns. A few days ago, the air was alive with honking, but there's a court injunction against them now. Some people hate those horns. Who hates the horns? Those same people who turn their backs on freedom and turn their backs on their fellow Canadians who were fired or had their businesses destroyed. To those people, the horns are a nuisance. Actually, if you listen to the government or the mainstream media, you're told that honking a horn is terrorism. For them, ripping down statues, burning churches, that's just a peaceful protest. But honking horns? You better bring in the SWAT team, bring in the military. But when I was home, watching videos of this Freedom Convoy protest, I heard those horns, and here's what I thought. I thought that sound is like a foghorn that blasts from a lighthouse. Those horns are drawing Canadians out of the fog, away from the rocks of tyranny. And to the open waters of freedom. There's an image for you, the rocks of tyranny. I can tell you, I never thought we'd arrive at this terrible spot as a country. University of Guelph and every other post-secondary institution in our country was smart enough to do their own research and come to their own banned from campus and deregistered from the programs. We didn't go quietly. We tried to reason with our university administrators. Early on, we pointed out that under the public health regulations, colleges and universities can
choose to let unvaccinated stay in their programs. The regulations gave the option for the unvaxxed to take part in regular testing instead of expulsion. But in a move that was openly punitive, the administrators chose expulsion. So we asked for accommodations. For example, some of us asked for religious exemptions to the mandate. And the vast majority were told, your religious beliefs aren't valid. I wonder, what has become of Canada when nameless, mid-level bureaucrats have the power to deny a believer of their charter right? When other appeals have failed, some of us begged our universities to follow the scientific method, the method that they told us was the gold standard for academic debate. We brought them high-quality studies and research from world experts. Research showing that for university-age people, especially men, getting the COVID vaccine is a greater rate to health than catching the disease. We brought research showing that the vaccinated catch and spread COVID just as much as the unvaccinated. So, banning the unvaxxed makes no sense. We begged them to follow their own motto and listen to science. But we discovered that their motto is false advertising. We found out what they really mean is listen to the science that we like, follow the science that we approve, the science that supports our narrative. Well, I only may be an undergrad in engineering, but I can tell you with authority, that's not how science is supposed to work. In real science, when conflicting evidence arises, the process demands that each side be respected. It's only if each side is respected that free inquiry can continue and the best evidence can rise to the top. At universities across Canada, suppression of evidence and discrimination against opponents has replaced the scientific method. And this open discrimination is the height of irony. Or I guess I should say it's the height of hypocrisy. You see, universities across Canada are the loudest voices for diversity, equity, and inclusion. But when it came to protecting equity and inclusion for the unvaccinated, there wasn't just silence, but hostility and condemnation. All those professors who day in and day out trumpet their support for social justice, their support for the marginalized. Where were they when these mandates came down? Thousands of students were marginalized for their moral convictions and religious beliefs. They did nothing. But we're here today because there's a group of courageous Canadians who are doing something. And what they're doing is done out of love of others, love of the country, love of freedom. And what they're doing is keeping us from the rocks and giving us all hope. Politicians, truckers, the politicians will continue to misrepresent your goals. Corporate media will continue to lie about your actions. But in the unfiltered coverage of social media and in the glowing stories of those who have come to Ottawa to show their support, people will know the truth. And the truth is, freedom smells a lot like diesel fuel. Freedom sounds like 1,000 truck horns.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you. I want to call my dear friend up, Dr. Bonnie Millard, who's a professor at the University of Guelph. She is one of the greatest, most fearless mama bears I've met in my life, and you need to welcome her up with a rousing applause. Wow!
Did they shut the comments off my live stream?
Yeah, Canadians out here today. So, I've been a professor of immunology and immunogenetics at the University of Guelph for the last 30 years. This
was the Beatitudes that came to my mind, and specifically Matthew 5:10, because it says God blesses those who are treated badly for doing the right thing. In fact, it says the kingdom of heaven is yours. So let's be encouraged and keep doing the right thing. Now, let's talk briefly about the science. Omicron has completely changed the landscape of this pandemic. The good news, Omicron is contagious, but it is less virulent. No worse than the common flu. As a matter of fact, the R value, the reproductive value for seasonal flu is 1.28, and for Omicron by the Ontario statistics is 1.29. They are identical. Now, the vaccines do not offer protection against Omicron. The science is clear. As a matter of fact, the most recent study by a University of Toronto group released last week shows only 36% immunity